Go ahead and start this game. So 10-second countdown once again. It will be Ruff versus... No, it is not going to be a Terran versus Terran, excuse me. It's actually going to be Terran versus Zerg, changing the colors on me in just the last moment. And we'll see how this game goes down.
Yeah, Ruff very strange change his color there from purple to blue. So I know a lot of people are pretty attached to their colors as we see Ruff spawning as the blue Terran in the southwest position of Xel'Naga Caverns here. And then IAcadien spawning as the orange Zerg in the northeast position. So a lot of players are comfortable with Xel'Naga. This was Team Infinity's choice, so we'll see whether Zerg has some sort of strategy here to try to take advantage, perhaps some sort of bust or early pressure, or we might just try to get into a macro game. Again, it's interesting to see players that we haven't seen a lot of, not as familiar with, just because they could be doing anything.
Yeah, one of the things I'm curious about, though, is why Xel'Naga Caverns was chosen. It is a very comfortable map, but after you just saw Ruff go for a triple Rax rush against a Zerg, why would you choose a map that only has 2 spawning locations and where a map where even in high-level play, marine pressure is really common? I'll be interested to see if IAcadien does go for that early hatchery or if he tries to go for spawning pool first, as the walking distances are rather close here in the Xel'Naga Caverns.
Yeah, I think the big mistake in the last game was just adding those extra drones before the pool. If IAcadien plays a little bit more defensively, getting down the hatch and then pool right afterwards, he should have been able to, or Zergling possibly could have been able to fend that off, and I think IAcadien will be able to. Ruff again getting down this single Rax, and we'll see whether he's going to be able to completely wall off this time. IAcadien sending out that drone now. He's going to be able to make it in here. It looks like Ruff may get down that second supply depot a little bit early to prevent the scouting.
Actually, it's not going to be a supply depot. It's going to be that double Rax, as you didn't see a refinery go down. So it is going to be, once again, a dual Rax pressure. The drone unable to see what's going on inside. But we do have the hatchery now coming in from IAcadien. And I am interested to see whether or not Ruff tries to go for that triple Rax pressure again, or if he decides to change it up. It doesn't look like a supply depot is going to be built. So it may be a third Rax once more. Yes, it is. And this is very strange. I believe IAcadien was watching the stream. He should know what is coming, and we'll see how he tries to defend against it.
Yeah, we do see that the orbital command once again delayed for Ruff, now coming up at 17, and he's had to halt production a little bit on SCVs, placing his economy just slightly behind, but he will be able to continue to create Marines out of here once he does get the minerals. Now starting another supply depot, so he's going to be able to keep up constant production. We did see IAcadien got down that spawning pool 2 or 3 drones faster than his teammate, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah, it will be really interesting to see also where that spine crawler is going to go. The walking distance between the ramp and the actual base is rather wide, so Marines may be able to just try to scoot by, not even put pressure at the natural, and just simply walk up that ramp. Drones are making their way down. We need to see at least, I would guesstimate, 2 spine crawlers go down for him to really fend off any of the 7 Marine pressure that I expect to see in just a moment.
Yeah, and Ruff actually following this up with a refinery, so he may be teching after this if it does not work. He is now sending out these Marines, now sending 3 SCVs, sort of learned his lesson from last time, only sending 2. And we see the Zerglings streaming across the field, now 4 of them, and a lot of drones and queens on the way for Zerg. They're going to try to meet those SCVs midfield, doing their best to take them down, but no SCV will go down, and Ruff is going to be able to get some bunkers up here shortly.
Yeah, so the SCVs and the Marines are already making their way in, and there's a little bit of a weird anomaly on the map. In the center of the map right here where that crevice is, you can actually hide a Marine and then put a bunker straight in front and get a lot of damage, but there is 1 queen and no spine crawlers at all. So IAcadien, just using drones and Marines to try to fend off this attack. There are a lot of Zerglings coming in. Zerglings coming down the ramp as well. Queen joining in on the fight, but there's so many Marines, and now more reinforcements coming in. I think Ruff has definitely got the advantage at this stage.
Yeah, I do like IAcadien had been using his drones here to help a little bit, trying to get a surround, and he was able to do a decent initial amount of damage to this Marines, but now the Marines just proving too strong here, and it looks like once again we're going to have a hatch go down at least.
Yeah, so once again, Ruff now sitting on, I believe, around 11 of these Marines. So 11 Marines able to just shut down many of these drones. Another Queen coming off the ramp. The Queen does have a 1 base armor, so it will help. But those Gauss rifles still able to get a lot of damage down. And there's another quick GG by Infinity Gaming. IAcadien losing as well.
Wow, so once again, same strategy, different map. And this one was actually a little bit closer and seemed to be actually easier for Ruff, so maybe hitting a bit of a stride here. And I guess the good news for Infinity Gaming, and you do still need to change the spelling, the overlay up top. The good news is that they have no more Zergs to face Ruff, so I'm not sure if he opens up this way against Terran or against Protoss, but I imagine he does not.
All right, I am absolutely blind right now. Infinity Gaming, how do you spell that? My apologies.